Greatest generation, my ass.
To what?
Here comes the judge. Here comes the judge. All rise and like, subscribe, and bang the gavel, baby. Hello, everybody, and welcome to We Got a Case. Some technical issues here at the beginning, but that's all right. We're good to go now. Glad everybody is here. Travis County is where we are right now. Zoom court from across the country. First appearance, arraignment. Wow, look at that guy in the middle. Boy, oh boy, I thought it was great that we're seeing top of this dude's head, but those people, boy, those people are aces for sure. All right, let's go ahead and get on into this. And good to see everybody. We'll say hello in a second.
Of a motor vehicle, and the bond is set at $15,000.
Oh, coming in hot already. Angela, our guy, Sharon, Rick, Daniel. Spot check news. 6, you were way off. Way off. Nobody was here for the longest time except for our guy. Who's
All right. That's all. Any questions? All right.
All right, well, that's your sentence. Sorry, now. I got some stuff.
That's all what? That guy's case? We're going to see these other fine gentlemen now? I need to know what the guy in the middle did.
Mr. Roberts.
Yeah, I was watching some harassment
Lamont
court.
Roberts.
There comes Lamont.
How you doing?
Good, sir.
You big dummy.
All right. It looks like there is, let's see, it looks like there's only one case for you, and that would be a third-degree possession of controlled substance.
Is that a toaster oven?
What's that?
They mixed all substances together. It shouldn't even be a felony. I told him.
He's his own attorney.
I had nothing on me. I paid the guy's truck, owns it. You know what I'm saying? He had rid his truck out, his dope fee.
Neat to great.
I bought the truck. Right. Now he wanted it back. I see it that morning. I said, look, you had back, so you might pay for it.
Now remember, you don't have to say anything about your case.
I won't say so. I won't say so.
Because they're recording every word you say.
I understand. I told him. But anyway, I told him, look, pay what you, what I paid for it. You can have the truck. The truck appears to be on lease. So he leased the truck. So I drove around to Bossworks in the car lot. I set it there. And I was cleaning it out. I was outside of it. He pulled up all his guns and stuff, maybe the out around and stuff. And he asked me what happened. I told him, you still have everything on? I said, no. So anyway, they started searching. They were searching the truck already. My thing is that they shouldn't be searching the truck unless I was under arrest.
Well,
He's
understand that
He's really talking a lot.
of course, when it comes to attorneys,
Pat.
what type of attorney would you want to have help?
I was Kelly Gear. I was the best attorney the court wanted. Kelly Gear, best attorney court wanted. I don't want to call it one attorney. I want the best attorney court wanted.
Okay.
I should be first of all, at least, you know what I'm saying?
This guy's great.
I've been stabbed. I do right here. See,
Whoa. You see these, Your Honor?
No, it looks like there is a pending case that you have, and you haven't got that resolved. And then caught this new case. So you can't get a personal bond.
Well,
Is this his lunch?
What's the pending case?
Why is he trying to show us his stomach?
They dropped all the charges with the case. I had no case. I released out of they call it.
Eva, good to see you.
14. They dropped the case. My Lord
Looks
Kelly,
like
he got
there
dropped.
is a aggravated assault with a
got
deadly weapon case
He got
that's still
dropped.
ongoing.
She's been dropped because they let me out pre-trial because she had stolen stuff. She called police. She had stolen phones and she had called the police. They never could find her. And I'm never seen she got that drop. Then I was released.
Let me go, Your
There
Honor.
appears to be a conflict in what you're saying and what I'm looking at right here. So
You're
what
good.
I'm going to do is I'm going to say that's going to get resolved. You're going to resolve that based on talking to the judge that you'll see for this case.
Yeah, I was released already. I mean, I could have. I was in jail. They released me. I mean, I could have had a case, but I released. I like to it again. I got released.
Angie, good to see you.
For quarantine, she got released. That's why she's a good lawyer. Probably this secretary here.
Why are we looking at
We
his
just
stomach?
say that your bail is going to be set at $10,000.
He's living his best life in
I
there.
understand. You hear me? I shouldn't be in jail, period, because like I said, I had everything on me. The truck was not mine. They just found stuff in the truck. So it's supposed to be a guy's truck. They ran the truck out the door. He took my money. They didn't get it back in the chair. He just do it again. He took my money too. I'm in jail for it. I paid $1,000 already for the truck. Now he gets the truck back. I go to jail with the case. I shouldn't be in jail, period.
We're in Travis County, by the
Think
way.
about it. I mean, not all the stitches right here. I stamp, you know what I'm saying, for nothing. Try to help somebody else. I was UT for 2 days. But out there for 2 days. They released me out of ICU and they gave me a wheelchair, man.
This guy's
A whole
just
lot.
flowing.
A lot of years, man. This is bullshit.
Travis County. Dilsey, good to see you,
I
Mama
run
Bird.
I deal with all these kids out here, man. Got stabbing like this. These kids young stabbing like this. So I refuse to let them run over, man. And had them out here, panhandling these people for money. Said they gonna work for food. They got nobody got them by now.
All right. Good luck, sir. Good luck.
I'm gonna stand up for it. I stand up for it. I do the job. I'm gonna pay for it, period.
Let's go, sir.
Show us your stomach.
He said,
One more time.
Good luck, sir. We need to exit.
He said, good luck, sir. He said, good luck. It's like his good day.
All right.
He
The
said,
next person is
I said,
Lee
good day, sir.
Anthony Carmona.
Wow. Lee Anthony's got a lot of living up to do. That guy was great.
All right.
Doesn't
It looks like
everybody,
you're
Denise?
facing 2 charges. One is going to be a Class B misdemeanor for driving while intoxicated.
Oh, no.
And one is going to be a Class A misdemeanor for unlawful carrying of a weapon.
Oh, no.
For both
Pew,
of
pew.
these cases, what type of attorney would you choose?
Court-appointed attorneys.
Do you got a job? How much do you earn? Joe knows where we're at. Joe, you know any of these characters?
Okay. So on the driving while intoxicated charge,
How do you plead?
it looks like your bond is going to be set at $2,000.
That's not bad. Oh, no. That's good. Well, good luck, Terminator. We'll be thinking about you. Keep us updated. Pat, hopefully things are going well over yonder. I was thinking the
All right.
same thing. I
And
thought we were in the middle of a comedy bit.
Let's see. Looks like on the unlawful carrying of a weapon case, it's
It
a
was a
Class
Key and
A
Peele
misdemeanor. The
skit.
bond is set at $2,500.
The recall of everybody. Yes,
And am I able to get out on a personal bond?
Let me see.
Oh my God, these
Oh,
These
so you
guys
don't
are
see
great.
me out here.
Is it me or the little white dude over here scared as hell right now? This guy right here, he looks scared as God. He's just like crapping himself. I can't wait to hear what this guy did, by the way. Austin, Texas, Travis County. There we go, Joe. Joe putting the pin in the map for us. I appreciate that.
Yes, you do qualify for personal bond.
Thank you.
Are there any more questions?
I work for the city, and I know the city has city legal. Is that a number you can provide for me, or is that a number I have to get on my own?
The what number?
City legal? I'll just try and find that number myself. I'm sorry for bothering you with that question.
Okay, well, I would say that, anyway, I'll let you find that number, but I think it's going to be 512-974-1000.
Okay.
But
He works for the
I'll make
city,
sure
and
that you
so
find
city
out the
employees
research
have
and you
city
take
legal.
care of it yourself. All right.
Okay. And
I
the
didn't.
personal bond, how does that work? Like, I can be released today?
Yes, within 8 hours of right now. 8 hours. Okay.
You're sitting at home watching
Good luck.
TV by 9 o'clock tonight. You're good. Guys, I can't wait to hear what he's got to say. Brooklyn. Good to see you, Brooklyn. If I didn't get a chance to say hello to everybody earlier, let me tell you, Del CJ, Georgia, and California. I got Texas, Mama Bird. All you guys, video and stuff. Hey, thank you guys, Laura, Pat, Bigfoot, Nate. Everybody, if I didn't say your name, it doesn't mean anything. It just means Mikey can't read. Unless he does. He's like moving all over the place. Look at him. There's that restless leg syndrome. He sits really weird. I can't sit like that. That wouldn't work. I think he is. He looks petrified. It's like his first time in jail or something. Oh, zooming in. Getting a better look. I like that. Yeah, look at him tapping his foot. He's scared.
Mr. Brendan Lintz.
Bungeon?
Yes, sir.
Bungeon come out of nowhere.
All right. Looks like there is one charge for you. It's going to be a Class A misdemeanor and an allegation of assault with causing bodily injury.
Look how the door is blocked by that refrigerator. This guy beat somebody up. Okay.
What type of attorney would you want to have help you?
A good
I'd
one.
like to start with the public. I'll look into private from there, Your Honor.
Public defender.
As of now, yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
As of now. Till later. Bob, if it was any better, I would be you. Where is Fangirl, who's handsome? He's got quite the squeaky dome. Like, Hey guys, if you're watching,
what the bond should be.
give us a like. Thank you. Wonder if this is the first time he's ever beat somebody up. Yeah, look at it. I mean, it's
okay.
He's got a full-length mirror over here though, because he likes to look at himself.
$2,000.
I say $2,000. You don't know what's behind there.
Do you have any questions, sir?
Look at crazy eyes on the judge.
Right. Thank you. Good luck.
Sure.
The judge hits him with the crazy eyes every once in a while. A real good attorney, please. A competent.
Arnolfo Gutierrez.
Rodolfo, where are you at, bud? Come on down, buddy.
Yes, sir.
All right,
Rodolfo
sir.
was
Looks
the
like you have
shaky leg.
one case.
Uh-huh.
Let me see.
Just one case, Rodolfo. What you got here? Just a little bit, TK. Just a little bit.
It's going to be a injury to a elderly person.
Beat up his grandma.
So what type of attorney would you choose, sir?
Court appointed, sir. We're gonna let charges still qualify for my PR bond, so I can get back to my medication.
I need to get back to my medication, Your Honor.
Again, I believe that the legislature has made sure that you can't get a personal bond for this case.
Okay.
Let me-
Yes, it does. Yeah, he's got a toaster oven,
Yeah.
a microwave, a refrigerator, some dirty dishes, it looks like, up on that one
Yes.
thing.
That is not going to happen, but you still can make bail. You can pay the full amount, you can pay 10% of bail bondsman, or you can hire an attorney. But $15,000 is your bond.
$15,000.
There is an emergency protection order in this case. And the person to be protected is
He's got it all, baby.
Maria Esquivel Ramos. And you can't hurt or stalk her. You must not talk to her in a threatening or harassing way. And you must stay 200 yards away from 1021 Gardner Road, Austin, Texas, 78721. The chief of police and the Department of Public Safety will have a copy of the order and be able to enforce it. You are to possess no firearms during this case.
No pew-pews, big boy. Hey, if you guys are over on Facebook, share this out, please, and thank you.
And the order will begin on April 28th, 2022, and be over on midnight of June 28th, 2022.
I mean, this is a second home, Tiff. I mean, look at this. This is a nice, swanky little spot.
What kind of charge was it? I mean, as a class,
Yeah, it's going to be a assault to an injury to an elderly person. Injury to an elderly person. They're saying
Elderly.
Maria was over the age of 71. And that puts her in a category. And that's going to be a third degree felony.
Okay.
Third. All right, sir. Any other questions?
No, sir.
All right, good luck.
Thank you.
Beating up on an old lady. How dare you?
Sir, what's your name?
You done messed up now, AA Ron.
You.
Richard B. Hill.
Mr. V. Hill?
Yes.
Montoya. And then we have Mr. Montoya, V. Hill and Montoya.
Okay.
P. Hill in Montoya. Oh, well, we get a good look at the judge. He's searching. His eyes are very intense. No No one dares step to this judge because he means business. He's so scared. He's leaning into that wall so hard. Look how he's just like leaning into the wall. He's like, oh God. Oh God, he's gonna go off and he's gonna kill me.
Mr. Rudolph Montoya.
Yes, sir.
All right. So
Rudolph.
it looks like there is one charge for you. It's
Yes,
going
sir.
to be a driving while intoxicated, a class B
Yes, sir.
misdemeanor. So
I love this judge. He's
what
good.
type of attorney would you want to have help you?
I do have an attorney hired, Alan Bennett.
Hey, look at him like, you got an attorney? What?
Hired. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Hallelujah there, Wood Booger. Hallelujah. Thank you. I'm glad you're here. 5 big ends to kick off the day. We appreciate all the support, the likes, the love. We need them all. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Hallelujah. Did you see how he looked at him when he said he had an attorney? He's like, Your Honor, I would like his attorney as well. Please.
Okay. So your bail is going to be $3,500.
Yes, sir.
$3,500. And there is going to be a condition that you must attend GSS alcohol evaluation.
Is that a alcohol anonymous course, sir? Or is that I'm sorry, I can repeat that one more time.
Yes, what you'll need to do is go to this, it'll be on the bond,
Yes, sir.
and you'll get a TSS alcohol evaluation. So what they'll do is they'll ask you a whole bunch of questions.
Yes, sir.
They'll do an evaluation on you
Yes,
and
sir.
determine if you need to go further
Yes, sir.
in the process.
Yes, sir. I have a question.
Yes.
Can I qualify for a personal bond?
I'm looking that up now.
Yes, sir.
You want some PR bond? I thought 3,500 was kind of high for this guy. For just a DUI, unless he's got more than one that we don't know about. My mom called the attorney and got him for me. Get your guesses in now for what Mr. P. Hill did. Yeah. And good to see you. Good to see you. Yeah, he's like, who's that attorney? Call your mom, ask her to get him for me. I like that it saved the best for last, this dude. I mean, he might have completely crap. Nothing else happens, but just getting to lay eyes on him for this long has definitely been a real pleasure. What's up, Ghost? How's the haunting?
No, it looks like you have a pending case
Yes,
out of
sir.
Bear
Yes.
County.
Yeah, yes,
So-
sir, I do. I have a lawyer. We're fighting that case right now. We're kind of in the process. So I just need, in this instance, I need to bond out. Is that correct?
Yes. I would say that at this point in time, you're
Yes,
not
sir.
able to get a personal bond by yourself, but an attorney,
Yes, sir.
if they signed on for this case,
Yes,
they can
sir.
help you.
Okay, yes, sir. I do need to make a phone call because my parents have the attorney's number. I just need to
My parents.
get that. And then once that happens, it's the same 8-hour time window.
Well, I can't, if people that receive a personal bond now,
Yes, sir.
they have an 8-hour window,
Yes, sir.
are not receiving a personal bond right now,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
but it would depend upon the acumen and the timeliness of the attorney.
Yes, sir.
But I can't really say.
Whose identity did he steal?
Okay.
All right. Good luck, sir.
Thank you,
Busta
sir.
Rhymes. I mean, he's moving on over. The hot seat.
And sir,
Yes,
one
sir.
more time, what is your last name?
Vigil, Vigil.
Oh, okay.
You're not even supposed to
Mr.
be here. What are
Richard.
you doing here?
Yes.
Okay.
Retired Air Force.
Retired Air Force. Go ahead and throw that on him. Retired Air Force. Very retired at this point.
On the last one,
Yep.
yes, I have the smallest.
Okay. So it looks like they're gonna have you here for a class B misdemeanor for criminal trespass. Class B. So what type of attorney would you want to have help?
Court appointed.
Very well.
They told me class C, the police did when they brought me here, when they were bringing me
Class
here.
C.
Yeah.
It's probably the least of the classes, huh?
What happens is there's a
Last in
class
class.
C, class B, which is where you are.
Uh-huh.
Class A, state jail felony, third, second, first capital murder. So you're right down here.
Maybe
I'd
you
also like to request a personal bond.
Never been in trouble a day in his life? Sure, we'll let him out. He is the wood booger. I like this guy a lot. Your Honor, former Air Force here. Clearly a misunderstanding. Can you let me on out of here? I love that the other kid had some other cases he was trying to get out. Nice try, dude.
All right. If I say you should stay away from the Murphy USA on 9300 Surface Road, IH35, southbound, are you gonna stay away?
Yeah, I'll stay away. Huh? I will. You'll never see me there again.
I ain't never going back there. You can promise you that.
All right. Person one, Bryson.
Thank you, sir.
So are you gonna give him a PR bond? What?
Any more questions, sir?
No, sir.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Wow. Well, let's do this.
Rob Dowd from prosecutor's office, an email trying to resolve the case, and his response was to adjourn the case so he can look into my office.
That's also my understanding.
May 12th, 2022, 9 a.m. Bond will continue. Okay, thank you, Mr.
Thank
Ross.
you.
I heard Judge Cedric has a full docket
Court
today.
case of the People versus David Ray.
Hopefully there won't be a bunch of adjournments.
Andrew Childers appearing on behalf of the people.
Ye old gas station hobo.
Joy Gaines, Senior Assistant Public Defender, representing Mr. Ray. Mr. Ray, would you please state your name for the record?
Maybe it's good to see you.
I'm David Ray. All right, he's here. All right, what are we doing?
Your Honor, at this time, we would waive the preliminary exam and
Let's
have
see,
the
I do
case set for pretrial.
All right, Mr. Ray, you understand
Yes.
what your counsel just indicated, that you're waiving your right to have a preliminary examination?
Yes.
You understand that preliminary examination is a proceeding where the people would have to show by probable cause that the offense alleged was committed and that you committed it.
Yes.
You understand you'll not have that hearing and you'll proceed to circuit court for further resolution.
Yes.
People also waive their right for the record.
Yes, Your Honor.
Preliminary examination having been waived, defendant is bound over to circuit court on the single count.
Your Honor, we acknowledge receipt of the information, waive its reading on the record, and at this time, my client would stand mute.
Defendant having waived formal reading, standing mute. Court will enter a not guilty plea. Pretrial in this matter will be set for
1:30, Judge County.
June 7th, 2022, 1:30 before Judge Conkey.
Oh, Judge
Thank you.
Conkey.
Thank you. Bond will continue.
Thank you, Mr. Ray.
Mr. Ray.
Okay.
Okay.
Court calls the case, People versus Allen Robinson.
Mr. Robinson,
Andrew Childers appearing on behalf of the people.
question
I'm
mark
Mike
name
Getty,
ceiling
Assistant
fan.
Public Defender on behalf of Mr. Robinson, Your Honor.
Mr. Robinson, present, please state your name.
Yes, Allen Robinson.
All right. Okay, what are we doing?
Your Honor, I'd ask for an adjournment in this matter. We have not had a chance to speak with Mr. Robinson about this matter. I'd ask him to call our office and give us some good contact information.
Or some bad contact information.
May
It's up to
12th,
him.
2022, 9 a.m. Sir, you need to call the public defender's office. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
Do you have a phone number?
Yes.
Call them.
I talked to him. I called them yesterday and today.
Well, since we're doing
Did
so
you
many,
leave a number where you can be reached and contact information?
Yes, sir.
doing a lot of adjournments.
Do it
over here.
again today. I'm making it part of your bond that you do that.
No problem.
Yeah, that's
We'll
him, right?
continue. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Court calls the case of the People versus Marvell Sharp.
Marvell.
Ashley Lonnie for the people.
I'm Amber Harris, listening on behalf of Mr. Sharp. Mr. Sharp, if you are present, can you please unmute and state your name for the record?
Damn, Miss Harris is on
Marvell
the
Edward
beach.
Your Honor, we are just asking for a brief adjournment to further discuss the case. We are also reaching out to the prosecutor to ask for additional media discovery as well.
Your Honor, that request should be directed to Mr. Dowd.
Okay, no problem.
I don't have an opposition to the adjournment request. However, there are multiple bond violations. I believe the report is in receipt of.
Let me see. I don't know that I am.
Lots of violation.
I don't have any bond violation report. Do you?
Obviously.
I don't. What do you have, Ms. Lundy? Because I don't.
I have reports. I have a report from Community Corrections with multiple missed tests.
That would do it.
I was like 30 minutes late once. That was at 10. I woke up late. Other than that, I've blown completely on time. That was the first day. I wasn't in the habit of it, but since then I've blown all. I blew that day too. I haven't missed any tests. I was late. I was late once the first day, and then I set alarms and everything else and made sure that I've been doing it on time since.
Get better.
Okay,
A lot of
hold
people
on,
getting them
Mr. Sharp.
summertime colds.
All right.
What's the report indicate?
Your Honor, the report indicates that on
Which is Nancy.
April 19th, the defendant failed to test from 9 p.m. to 12 a.m. On April 20th, he missed a test from 6 to 9 a.m. but he did test at 10:23 a.m. and was negative. On 4/20, he missed a test between 9 p.m. and 12 a.m. 4/21, he missed between 9 p.m. and 12 a.m. 4/22, he missed between 6 and 9 a.m. 4/22 again, he missed between 9 p.m. and 12 a.m. 4/23, he missed a test between 9 p.m. and 12 a.m. 4/24, he missed a test between 9 p.m. and 12 a.m.
Uh-oh.
And
That is.
he's sir.
That is
sorry.
I'll call that bullshit, y'all.
And he's taking the makeup test. He's blowing late. Is
No.
that-
The
he's
only
just
one that
missing the test?
indicates a makeup test being completed is the one from April 20th. Would the court like me to send this to Ms. Tang or Ms. Wielding and
Yes.
come
Why
back?
don't you send it to council and also to me. And I'll pass it and I'll recall the case.
He's gonna throw his ass in jail.
Mr. Sharp, I'm going to give you a call. We're just going to briefly pass the matter, okay?
Okay.
All right.
Thank you. Order state. Okay. All right, so I'll pass that one.
Ooh, is
Court
it
calls case,
trouble?
People versus Joshua Simpson, no real.
Funky was late a
National Lobby
billion
for the People?
times.
Joy Gaines, Senior Assistant Public Defender.
He's
representing
going
Mr.
to
Simpson.
jail.
Mr. Simpson, would you please state your name for the record?
Joshua Simpson.
And Ms. Gaines, if I was ever in trouble, I'd like to hear that it's Joy Gaines representing me, but go ahead.
Oh,
Wow. I know.
Judge Simpson to flirt.
All he could say was, wow.
It was your comment.
Okay, what are we doing in this case?
Crystal,
Your
good
Honor,
to see you.
There was an offer for to miss the count 1 felony and to plead to the misdemeanor count 2. At this time, Mr. Simpson is requesting a preliminary exam by Zoom.
I think they would make a good couple. I think so. Yeah.
Preliminary examination via Zoom will be set for. Whoa.
Mr. Simpson, you might want to mute yourself.
Oh,
We can
that's
hear you.
Mike. Mr. Gaddy, you're not muted.
Mr. Gaddy, you might want to mute yourself. We can hear you.
They're having too much fun right now.
Examination will be set for May 31st, 2022, 9 a.m. That'd be via Zoom before Judge Tabby.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Bond will continue. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a nice day.
You do the same. Court calls the case, People versus Joshua Snyder.
Now we gotta sit around and wait for that guy,
Afternoon, Your Honor.
Mr.
Elizabeth
Sharp, to come
Andrew,
back.
Assistant Prosecuting Attorney on behalf of the people.
Ron Brown on behalf, but not with Mr. Snyder. Mr. Snyder, if you're here at the hearing, please state your name.
Mr. Snyder?
Uh-oh.
Judge, this defendant has not checked in.
Uh-oh.
Thank you. Bench warrant will issue for defendant's failure to appear. Bond will be set in the amount of $10,000 cash surety. That will issue immediately.
How do you do this failure to appear? Come on, man. You had one job. Show up.
Because case People versus Craig Snyder.
That was easy.
For the record, Nimish Ganatra, First Assistant Prosecuting Attorney for the People.
I'm Mike Getty, Assistant Public Defender, on behalf of Mr. Snyder.
Mr. Snyder present.
I might.
I don't see him, Your Honor. And
Craig Snyder.
Oh, here comes another one.
Yeah, as the court may be aware, I was unable to reach him. I'd asked the court to pass it. It does look like he just returned my phone call. Perhaps
That he just did.
While I was talking, I managed to silence my phone, if not me on Zoom.
I'll pass it.
Thank you, Your Honor.
He might want to, while you're talking with him, address his bond violation, or, yeah, we're missing tests.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
Your Honor.
Yes, sir.
I have a visitor who wants to say hello to you.
Hi, Judge Simpson. How are you?
Oh, my goodness.
Well,
I didn't
hello.
think they'd let you back into the office. I know.
You can't get rid of me that easily.
Yeah, how are you doing?
My goodness.
I'm doing well. Hi.
Everybody, everybody's gonna wave at her after we miss you.
You should make her
Miss
put her
everyone as
appearance
well.
on the record, Judge.
Oh, man, look
What'd you
at
say?
You should make her put her appearance on the record.
Everybody knows who she is. She's like a star.
Right,
Oh, tell
superstar.
everybody who you are.
Who is she? But wow, she's looking
What was
good.
that, Your Honor?
Tell everybody who you are. You got to state your name. We want your appearance.
Oh, wow. Good afternoon, Your Honor. Assistant Attorney General Yasmin Tucker for the people.
Go ahead, Assistant Attorney General. I remember when she was just like a little baby attorney, and she was. But it's going well for you, Ms. Winnett.
It is, Your Honor. It is. It's so good to see you.
Good seeing you. And thank you, Mr. Ganatra, for pointing out that
69
you was,
likes.
lurking around the office.
I enjoy that.
I'm trying to make your day a little brighter, Judge, just like your
Yeah,
yellow
that-
shirt. That's all.
That did it.
All right, I passed the Snyder matter, right? Okay. Court does call the case, the people versus Lonnie Taylor. I know he was here. I saw him. Yeah.
Lonnie.
He's here.
Ashley Lundy for the people.
Joy Gaines, Senior Assistant Public Defender representing Mr. Taylor. Mr. Taylor, would you say your name for the record?
Chad, how's it going,
Lonnie
buddy?
Taylor.
All right, I do have before me a plea form. Indicates he's going to plead guilty to attempted transportation of a loaded firearm in a motor vehicle.
She was easy.
It's count
Well,
two,
that
that being the 1-year offense. Upon his plea to that charge, the felony charge would be dismissed. There is no sentence agreement.
That's my understanding of the agreement, Your Honor.
Nancy, glad you're here.
That's my understanding. as
Late or
well.
not,
Is that what you
we'll
still
take
wish
it.
to do, Mr. Taylor?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Mr. Taylor, please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
What's with that pinky?
Yes, sir.
State your name for the record again, please, sir.
Lonnie Taylor.
All right. Sir, it is this court's understanding you're going to be pleading guilty to the charge of attempted transportation of a loaded firearm in or upon a motor vehicle. That is a misdemeanor punishable by up to 1 year incarceration, a $1,250 fine plus court costs, and mandatory forfeiture of the weapon. You understand that, sir?
Sir.
All right. I also have to advise you that while I'm taking your plea, I would not be your sentencing judge, and you would be sentenced before Judge Washington in the 14B District Court. You understand that?
Okay.
All right. Now, understanding all of that, do you still wish to plead guilty?
Lonnie's getting off
Yes.
pretty easy. Sounds like.
And to
maybe.
that charge, how do you plead?
Guilty.
Now, you understand that by pleading guilty, you'll not have a trial of any kind.
I do.
All right.
Lonnie's
Because of that,
half
you're giving up
asleep.
certain rights. You're giving up your right to call witnesses to speak for your trial or to have this court
Wake up,
compel their
Lonnie.
attendance. You're giving up your right to see, hear, and question all witnesses against you at trial. You're also giving up your right to be a witness for yourself or to remain silent and not have that silence used against you. And you're giving up your right to be presumed innocent until proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. You understand that, sir?
Yes, I do.
You understand you're giving up your right to appeal of right.
Yes.
Are you on probation or parole?
No.
Has
Good
anybody
for him.
promised you anything other than what's been stated here today on the record to get you to plead guilty to this charge?
No.
Has anybody threatened you or coerced you?
No.
You're doing this voluntarily?
Yes.
Of
Why?
your own free will?
Yes.
And because you believe that you're guilty?
Yes.
All right.
Tough
Okay.
answers on that one.
January 8, 2022, at the location of Michigan Avenue near Harris in Ypsi Township, Washington County, State of Michigan. Were you in a motor vehicle?
Yes, I was.
All right. Did you have a
Pew pew.
This is not loaded. Did you have a loaded firearm in that vehicle?
Yes, I did.
All right. You weren't carrying it in a manner that you had any lawful authority to carry it in the fashion that you did. Is that correct?
Yes.
We're ready to jump
Yes,
from
that-
here.
That sounds more accurate.
Well, good.
You were carrying it in a way that you couldn't lawfully do. Let's
Yes,
just,
sir.
all right. All right.
So
Okay,
what
counsel,
does
have I
that
complied
mean?
with the court rule? It would be proper to accept this defendant's plea.
People are satisfied.
Yes, thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Court will accept the defendant's plea of guilty to count 2. Count 1 is dismissed. Pre-sentence investigation and report is ordered at 14B probation. Sentencing in this matter will be
June 2nd.
June 2nd.
June 2nd, 2022, 10 a.m. And that is before Judge Washington. All right. Bond will continue. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Taylor.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You had to give me a second, guys. I'm looking for something.
Not right this second. Let me try to. Court calls the case People versus Carl Tinsley.
Would you like a foot rub, Your
Let's go
Honor?
blank
No,
here,
not
young
right
people.
now.
Ready,
Really?
Judge. Torshell Feaster, Assistant Public Defender, on behalf of Mr. Tinsley. Mr. Tinsley, please state your name for the record.
Carl Tinsley.
Thank you, Judge. I have had a chance to speak with Attorney Blanche on this file. The court should be in receipt of a referral to
Yes.
drug court. We're asking for an adjournment for 3 weeks so that Mr. Tinsley can be evaluated 3 weeks should be sufficient because he's already accepted on another file.
Oh, okay, that's what I was wondering.
He's
Okay.
going to drunk court.
Probable cause conference, May 19th, 2022, 9 a.m. Bond will continue. Mr. Kinsley, how you doing?
Doing fantastic. Thanks for asking. Just getting my domestic skills honed here at work. You know, I'm approaching a year, and after you reach a year, you're allowed to date again. So somebody might, you know, find me appealing at that point.
No.
So I'm practicing.
What is you?
They're having a damn good time today.
You know, I'm not gonna make any comment on that. You need,
All
to
right.
get yourself, you need to get yourself on something else online, not here.
Okay.
All right.
Set
Well,
then, Judge?
yes, you're all set. Good seeing you.
All right.
Seeing that you're doing well. All right.
All
You
right.
keep-
See you guys.
All right. Take care.
Thank you, Judge.
Lydia to supervise the visitation. Discretion to allow for Miss Lydia to supervise the visitation.
I don't want none
But
of
I
this.
want it at the agreement of the guardian ad litem. And additionally, if the guardian ad litem gets reports, or Ms. Staples, if you get reports that there's troubles after that visitation starts being supervised by Miss Lydia, then we need to get a temporary hearing set and come in and talk about it. You can stop.
Nah, we're going to get away from that. I don't hear about
That
no
includes
custody.
all of the visitation terms, all the.
More
child support terms. They're all
visitations.
gonna be
Son of a
in
bitch.
a final order and enforceable.
Sorry, guys.
And you understand that
I'm
any
new here.
violator of that order can be brought back before this court and have the court address.
I'm just jumping from courtroom to
whatever
courtroom
violation
here.
has occurred. You understand that?
Yes.
Okay.
Sometimes you
Now,
don't get very much
is it your
information.
intention to do the best you can and co-parent with Mr. Proctor going forward?
No.
Yeah.
Okay,
That,
I'll pass.
that was a tough decision on her part.
All right, ma'am, I'll be back here in a moment. Anything on redirected this witness, Ms. Bungat?
No, Your Honor.
All right, Ms. Bungat, you can call your next witness. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. The state calls Richard Proctor. Sir, what is your full name?
Richard Proctor.
How are you related to Reliance?
I'm her father.
Mr. Proctor, were you able to hear my statement to the court of the issues I believe to be
He was like a
before it,
kid.
as well as Mr. Brimhall's recommendations?
Yes, ma'am.
Were you also able to hear Ms. Williams' testimony?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Proctor, with those temporary orders, you were already established as Relia's father and you were given visitation, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And previously, Mr. Proctor, is it correct you were receiving funds from Social Security for your own disability?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And there has been a change to that, correct, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
What exactly was the change and when did it occur?
Ooh, I don't know. I gotta ask my mom about that. But it was like
here because there's no
Yeah, okay, whatever.
violations of the nuisance laws or the county's regulations. And by the way, we've been here for 30.
It's a harassment court.
years. So did you believe that at least at that point, things had been resolved, or did you hear anything more in response to Phil Habiter's letter?
At that time, I hadn't heard anything else, but I felt like any more communication would come through Phil Haberther, since they had requested I go through their lawyer and I had done the same.
Okay, and that was Phil Habiter's letter is February 18th. So things died down just a little bit, but then did the chief start to confront you or your borders on issues after that?
So the day that the Keiths received
Nope.
this letter,
Fighting
they
about a
made
fence.
complaint to
Oh shit.
the health department, if I recall correctly.
Okay, I think that's exhibit number. I think it's either 6.
I didn't see them. I went and looked and I didn't see them anywhere. They weren't in my list. I'll have to go back and look.
Number 4. I was way off. Number 4.
So the next day, they made a complaint to the county health department, and we received that letter. And then I'm not sure exactly how much longer it was, maybe a month or so, but when I was outside feeding horses, taking horses out, and then Dennis came and confronted me about having the horses out on the property, about the horse poop, about everything. And that kind of started a pattern that at least weekly over the spring and summer, he would come and verbally harass and assault me. Threatened to take down my fences and move my horses. And
Did he touch you?
Well, tell the judge
Inappropriately?
then, I mean, I think you've already talked about this being the sacrifice area. So this is the area closest to your barn to be able to take horses out to this area during the winter months, right?
Correct.
Is it fair to say that at least throughout most of the year, you will be present in this area at least once a day or in this area, is that right?
That is correct.
Okay. So when you would come out to this area to work on the pens or the shelters, those things, would you find that the Keefs would come down as soon as they'd see you, they'd come down there?
Yes, they could be working up on their property, up the driveway, and Dennis would ride his bike down or drive the tractor down. Sometimes he would just walk down, but when he saw me out there doing stuff, he would come down and try to engage me and harass me and tell me you can't spray stuff here, you can't put stuff here, you can't do this. Trying to tell me what I can and can't do on our property.
What about the fence? What would he say about the fence?
He said on multiple occasions to take the fence down. What are you going to do when I take the fence down? Your horses will end up running in the road when I take your fence down.
And what about
he's a bully.
Well? What would he say about the well?
He says the horses are pooping on his well. I invited the Department of Ecology out, and the problem is that the Keefs look at a pile of poop as a manure pile. We do have a manure pile that we compost.
Why don't you show the judge? I think I've been out there. So you clean up the pens and you pile the poop, manure. That's the nicer way of saying it.
Manure pile.
So this is where you store the manure.
Right.
And that's been determined by Department of Ecology to be legal
Yes.
and adequate. Okay. But obviously horses don't go over here to go to the bathroom, they'll poop out in the field, right?
Right.
Okay. But you regularly will try to clean that up.
In the spring and summer, I do sometimes. I wouldn't say regularly, but I do occasionally clean it.
And I would just mention for the record, I'm sorry, interrupting for Mr. Davis's benefit that we're talking about. The pointer is pointing at the, how to describe that, a structure or area below and to the right of the barn, what's marked as barn in exhibit number 17.
Okay, because it's not showing, so 17.
Yeah.
Thank you, Judge. So I want you only alleged about 6 or 7 specific acts in your petition. Is it fair to say that there's only been 6 or 7 incidences in which you've been confronted by the Keefs?
No, there's probably been at least 20. I haven't recorded and videoed every single one of them. I haven't gone back and rewritten what they've said every single time. But it's very upsetting for me.
We'll get to that in a second. I want to
Gary,
ask you,
get out of
why
this
did you just
boring
select
crap.
those particular 6 when you submitted the petition to Judge?
We're doing jump on over here, go see Niner. I don't know why it was so hard for me to find him, but man, was it a pain in the butt. Pick a good book to read while we're sitting here staring at my beautiful face today. How's everybody doing? Hope everybody's a good time. I know I am.
To in fact suggesting that this is intended
Judge Jason, everybody.
So that's why the state consented to a UJR, also based on the fact that defendant did not have substantial criminal history.
Okay, give me one moment. Let me check something.
First appearances, Georgia. Oh, God, look how small it is down here. That's okay. Y'all need to see more of them and less of me, anyways. Yeah, he's got his hair all. What is going on with his hair? It's red one day, brown the other. Red one day, brown the other. It's Jason. Jason. Judge Jason.
All right, and okay, I'm not inclined to grant you an unsecured judicial release, sir, due to the amount seems to be quite a bit, and the information that the judge charged it under actually is not, in my opinion, as a judge, the proper charge. But anyway, you don't have any criminal history, and I'll give you a relatively low bond. You will have to post something though, so $2,000 regular bond. So somebody will have to post a little over $200 through a bonding company, and because you're not really from Atlanta.
No, I understand.
All right, that's it.
Nothing wrong with that. Next.
$2,000 regular bond. Let me sign the bond. Co-defendant is going to be position 8. Can come on up as well.
Well, a pair of them up to no good.
And I'm also representing that co-defendant.
Okay, just give me one moment, please, to sign.
A bag of edibles he had. Is that what it was? Was Knox with him? Maybe. That's all right, Nancy. Have a seat. You just missed the case about a bunch of horse crap. Just one of those days. Make sure you're all back here at 454. Foreplay Thursday. That's right. We're going to have Foreplay Thursday, 4 videos.
All right. It looks like you have no criminal history, but you have additional charges. Tristan LeBlanc, you're before the court. Violation of the Georgia Controlled Substances Act. The warrant says that you had THC edibles. And it also says, in this case, it says you had 123 grams of THC edibles. I'm not sure if that's accurate. And then it says you had synthetic wax, but only 1 gram. So those are the charges against you as well. The state consented to a UJR, but I'd like to hear Ms. Mateen some information about your client. Go ahead, please.
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. LeBlanc is also from Pennsylvania. He's 19 years old. He also works at the brewery. He's been working there for about 2.5 years. He graduated high school up there in Pennsylvania in 2021.
Oh my gosh, dude. Way to kick it off with crime.
Also, just passing through on his way
Angela,
back.
we'll see you then. Take care.
All right, bond's going to be $1,500 on the 123 grams of THC and $500 on the second charge. The same thing, a $2,000 regular bond. Your family will have to post a little over $200 through a bonding company, and you guys will be able to be released.
So do these guys
Presumably
just
your families have, Ms. Mateen,
drive
you know if
down
they can
to
reach their
Georgia
families?
with a bunch
Your
of
Honor, I think
edibles?
so. I have some contact numbers here for them.
Okay, all right. Well, I'll be
Is that
on.
it?
I mean, you can let me know. The state can send it to a UJR. If they can't get out in 48 hours or 72 hours, you can petition me to remind me that it's a consent copy, Ms. Sapp, and I'll reconsider the bond if they're not able to be released.
Thank you, Your
Okay?
Honor.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You know what, dude? We need
we
to
have,
drive down to Georgia with
The add-on in court
just
yet?
a
That would be
shitload of
Ms.
edibles.
Jones.
Yeah, she's playing the judge.
Oh, Mr. Diamond out of nowhere.
Okay, thank you. Give me one moment, please. Mr. Diamond, have you had the opportunity to go over read the warrants to your client?
Yes, Your Honor. I spoke with our parents, and their parents are also on Zoom, Your Honor.
Okay, all right. All right, Ms. Jones, so this is your felony first appearance calendar. Your attorney may have already explained it, and he can explain further, so I don't have to redo the whole opening. This is not a trial. You have the right to remain silent. We're not here to determine guilt or innocence. I'm going to read the warrants into the record.
Okay,
And
I was
then-
gonna waive the reading of the warrants, but if the court chooses to, it's up to the court.
No, it's okay, no problem at all. I just want to let her know because she wasn't here for the opening. I'm just going to go over the charges, but you won't be making any statements because you have an attorney here to represent you. You're before the court, Ms. Jones. Is it Amaria? Okay, Jones, you have 2 warrants before the court. The first warrant is 22W006312. I have not had the opportunity to review it, so let me just double check. That charge charges you with cruelty to child in the 2nd degree. Let me just see.
This ought to be interesting. Why are her parents on Zoom as well? How old is she? 12?
And you are also charged with a second charge of cruelty to child in the 2nd degree. The one alleges, let me just look at it, criminal negligence, pepper spraying. So they did one for each child? Okay. All right, so I do show that Miss Jones has 1 pending aggravated assault charge in, I believe it's Upston County. And that's all that I'm showing. Before I speak to you, let me speak to the state. What's the state's recommendation on bond? And do you have any additional criminal history?
Yes, Your Honor. The state was able to double check, and in fact, the criminal history with 1 open case for aggravated assault is for a male Amari Jones. So that's a different individual with different birthday and different middle name and different gender. So I asked our investigators to check again. In fact, Ms. Jones does not have prior criminal history. Our victim advocate was able to speak with the victim's mother, and the state's recommendation will be a UJR with special conditions, no contact with the 3 minor victims in this case.
Well, I'll let her attorney, because it looks like
it's a rough time at
situation
that
where
gas
she was
station
trying
right
to
now.
target someone else, and the children just happen to be in the same area. Mr. Diamond, you can give me favorable information first, and then secondly, if you could share with me any relation to the minor children. I think she's their aunt or something like that. Go ahead, please, Mr. Diamond.
Sure, Your Honor. As stated now, she has no prior history. She's 18 years old. As I said, also, both parents are currently on Zoom. She's a high school senior at Martin Luther King Junior High School. She has some kind of a friendship with this, with the guy at the house that she was at. And there's also some other information, Your Honor, just to stay in that same mindset, that he was actually arrested later that day. And I had one other point, Your Honor. He still has her cell phone. The parents are very upset about everything that happened. She was actually a victim, and so I just want to let the court know that as well. So she's currently enrolled in a dual college program. She's also been accepted to ASU already, starting in the fall. She's a varsity chairperson, chair captain, and she works at Taco Bell. So she has no prior history on her. And last little point, Your Honor, I understand that a sergeant last night was trying to resolve these issues, but was unable to. So I expect that things will get worked out for her once she's released, get back to school, and we'll straighten this situation out. So she doesn't know the kids. She doesn't know. No, she doesn't know.
Okay, so there were children that were at the location that were relatives of somebody else.
Well, I can give the court another little background.
Just
My
random
understanding is
children.
That, the mother was actually, Miss Jones had left the scene, but Miss Jones had called the mother, didn't have her phone, but was able to call from another phone. The mother left work and came to the scene. And then when she got there, her daughter had already left.
She made the scene.
So while her mother was there, she would be a witness in this case, while the mother was there, these people who alleged this incident had just pulled up. So there's people wasn't even there when the daughter was there. So, but as I said, both of those people have they were arrested yesterday and they both out on bond. So we're glad that there should be a stay away from him. This guy's name is Theodore. Hopefully there is Theodore Bruno. I hope that the court, whoever set a bond for them, that they both stay away from Ms. Jones, because that's our concern, because Mr. Bruno is
Maybe it
also a student at Martin Luther King High School. And so
Do you think it was the devil in Mrs. Jones that made her pepper spray everybody?
we just want to make sure he stays away from her, because and I have to help the parents get her phone back through the courts. You know?
Okay, so we'll let the school handle that. So I'm sorry, I just want to clarify, did this happen on school property or no?
No, she had been visiting him. They were friends, and she would visit him at the time. An incident happened at his place.
All right, well, I'm going to grant the unsecured, looks like she's doing really good in life. This thing happened. Congratulations on your college acceptance. That's awesome. I'm just going to put no violent contact with Mr. Walker, whoever is their students in the same school. I'm not going to go do a stay away, but I would recommend she tries to stay away. I can't control. The state can handle the stay away. If it's a felony on the other co-defendants, I'm not sure, but if you could go ahead and I'll grant the UJR, and if you could sign the defendant waiver for me, have her sign the defendant waiver and the special conditions for me, please, and that would just, I'll grant the unsecured judicial release on all charges, okay, on both charges.
Thank you, Judge.
Oh, you're very welcome.
It sounds like
I'm gonna see
she
you by
was in a
email.
situation
You could
where she
request
freaked
it,
out,
just call the magistrate court and ask them for a copy. of the
pepper
special
sprayed this
conditions.
dude,
Okay, so
And they'll send it to you, okay?
and
So the
the
special
people
conditions-
around
special
got the
conditions just say no
residual
violent contact with
pepper
Theodore
spray.
Walker. But let me just say this. What happens is the beef keeps going with social media. So please make sure you don't use his name in social media. Just don't have any back and forth, because that's how things escalate these days. Somebody posts something, or I'm going to get you and that, and I need my phone. Let the parents handle it, stay out of it. And I'm not saying no contact because you guys are in school, but and I don't want you to get in more trouble. because
Was that
they
sap
allege
just
that you were
farted?
around them, but just try to avoid all social media commentary about this incident. You understand?
Yes, ma'am, he's already lost from your case.
Okay, all right, that's it. Anything further, Mr. Diamond?
no, Your Honor, so I can be excused, and then they'll send it to me from the court, and I'll return it to them.
That's correct.
Okay, thank you, Judge. Have a great day.
You're welcome. You the same. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Sounds like a good kid. She just
The
got
parents
herself
are just like-
around the wrong folks.
Looks like that one could have been a reckless conduct, but. Ebony Hargrove.
Eric, how's it going, bud?
I'll be handling that case, Judge.
Niner,
Okay,
good to
thank
see
you, Mr.
you.
Niner. Let's see. So let me check if the first one,
Gotta go.
I have two cases, but I'm sure one has probably been dismissed, so hold on.
Sap's fart box. You think her name is Jason?
Ms. Thomas, are you showing there are two on this case? I have a 744 and a 744A. I don't know if I dismiss.
Don't dismiss it. Whatever you do.
I think she has two charges before the court, so let me go into those. Let me double check. One may be a misdemeanor. Already
Judge is a
handled,
little
I don't know, but let me go
blinged
over
out
them.
today. Ain't she?
So I am showing, as soon as it gets comes up, as soon as it populates, I am showing she had three charges under warrants that from October 2021, 21W016558. And those three warrants, I'm going to read them just so we're clear.
Thank you.
She's charged with criminal trespass damage less than 500, The warrant alleges that she damaged a vase and glass protection of Quality Inn and Suites by pushing the vase on the floor and hitting the glass until it broke its frame. Also charged with terroristic threats, which is a
Trashing
felony.
the hotel.
And that's from October of last year. The warrant alleges that she did threaten a crime of violence by pulling a firearm out and stating that she would return that night and kill the victim before firing a round into the air, which is a threat suggesting the death of the victim for the purpose of terrorizing her. And disorderly conduct toward the victim in this case by firing around, placing her in reasonable fear for safety. So that's from October.
yeah.
And let me see what the A charge
She
is.
had a rough month in October.
It shows that it's a different warrant number, different charge.
Thank you, Glenn.
I'm sorry. Let's see. I didn't hear you. What did you say? Oh, okay. This isn't even, these aren't even these warrants. These are older warrants.
Oh my
Did
God.
she already handle those on the first appearance? How did I come up with this warrant number? Anyway,
Judge, I can see in Odyssey, she already has some bonds set on the misdemeanors.
oh, she does have bond on those. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just not sure because I'm showing, so I guess I'm only addressing the A charge. Okay, so the warrant under 21-086744A is a misdemeanor as well, discharging a pistol. And that was on October 24th. So
Was
I'm
it into anyone or just
Are we taking the
general
felony
DP?
charges here today? There's no warrants. So she's not been before the court. These warrants have been outstanding, and I just want to make sure we have warrants on all of them. So we're before the court under this. These are all related. I'm just not sure why they did an A. Okay, so I have that you have 5 cycles of criminal history, Ms. Hargrove. One is sealed for, but you had 2 violations of probation on that sealed charge in 2016 and 18, and that's all I'm showing. So what's the state's recommendation? I presume we're doing.
Eat that the
Ms.
lead
Thomas, does she
singer
already
from
have
Warrant?
a warrant on A? I mean, I'm sorry, on,
So I show that she's coming to court on the case number without the A as well.
Morning
Okay.
shot
Doesn't
fired.
have a bond for those. But I
is
don't,
there, you don't see any bonds? Okay, I'll probably just address all of them.
Hey,
I'm not
hey,
sure
hey.
why she has 2 charges. I don't know what the A, the distinction in the A, it looks like it's the same thing, but let me just double check.
the A is a discharged weapon near the street.
Oh, near a
Yes.
street. Okay, gotcha.
She has
Okay, so
no idea.
She has those charges before the court. So Mr. Niner, the second one, the A charges her with discharging a firearm near the street. Let me just go ahead and read that one because I wasn't clear on that. I thought it was the same. So this one is discharged weapon near a street, same date. She filed.
Like
when she fired the
Yosemite
weapon,
Sam.
she was within 50 yards of a public highway or street. Okay, Ms. Sapp.
Yes, Your Honor, the state's recommendation will be $15,000 regular bond and special conditions, no firearms, and do not return to Quality Inn and Suites of Decatur at 5300 Snapfinger Park Drive, and also no contact with the victim, which is a clerk named in the warrant. Your Honor, I'm seeing the same criminal history. I'm also seeing a outstanding warrant for terroristic threats in DeKalb County from August 2021, which is before this incident. I do not see an open case.
Hotel.
So I maybe it's not entering our system, but I do see that outstanding warrant at the time. Given the facts in this case and her criminal history, $15,000 with the special conditions will be my recommendation.
Okay, Mr. Niner.
Thank you, Judge. So just at the outset, I just want to be clear. Odyssey is showing that she has 3,000. She already has $2,000 in bonds set on those misdemeanors.
Which misdemeanor?
Your Honor, those are separate charges. I'm looking at the jail manager. In fact, she has 6 different warrants and she had bonds set on 2 of them. She's in front of the court today on 3 charges that did not have a bond set.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm of the same understanding. I'm just putting that in my request with bond, what I'm gonna be asking for is in addition to the bond she already has. It's just what I wanted to say. She already does have some bond set.
Okay.
So, but to that end, Ms.
She's
Hargrove
threatened
is a
to
lifelong resident of Georgia.
murder people.
She does have 3 children. They all live with
They all live with who?
her.
They all live with me. Okay, ma'am, please don't talk. He's just having a little bit of technical difficulty. Give us one moment, okay?
She's waiting for her
Can I
cue
break
for him
down?
to tell her when to say something.
You're still here with us now.
Damn it, Niner. Get it together,
I'm sorry.
bro.
I don't know what's wrong with my internet.
I can hear you now. We can hear you now, Mr. Niner.
Okay, I might move after this. Okay, so Ms. Hargrove is a lifelong resident of Georgia. She has 3 children. They're all 10 years old and younger. They all live with her. She supports them working in the laundry at Atlanta Piedmont Hospital. It's actually a very good job, a job she has had for about a year. And she does have a high school diploma. She does really want to get back to this job. She likes it a lot, and it's supporting her family. So her mom is with her.
Ah, he did it again.
She does dispute.
Niner frame. Niner
Did I
frame.
break out again?
You did. You're just going in and out like your internet must be disconnected.
And then he's out again. Good job, Niner. He had one job, Niner. One job.
Let's see if this is any better.
Sorry, wrong thing.
On my couch. Okay. So, just I don't know where I broke out very quickly. She's a mother of 3 kids. They're all 10 years old and younger. She works at Piedmont Hospital. She does the laundry over there at the hospital. It is a very good job. She's had that job for a year. She really wants to get back to that job, get back to her kids as soon as possible. Her kids are with her mom right now, so they're being looked after, but they're with Ms. Hargrove's mom. She's not the primary caretaker, so she does need to get back to her kids as soon as possible and reprieve her mother of watching them. Her criminal history is not recent. This is the first time she's been in trouble in a couple of years. And she does deny large portions of the allegations before her today. Her version of events is quite different. She certainly wants to assert that defense when the time is right. And as I was saying earlier, she already has some money set. She already has some bonds set. So we're asking for $3,000 in addition to the 2 to make her total bonds of $5,000.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Niner. So, Ms. Hargrove, it looks like you've got some history of getting upset or angry and then allegedly making threats to people, but you may sometimes people may not be aware that there's something that's, like making this happen. You're a mommy of 4 kids. You really need to figure out what's going on that's making you react like that, since you have so many other charges pending. But for this one, and then threatening to shoot somebody is concerning, but it happened.
It was
a while
Niner
back.
frame.
I understand you're working now, which is good, especially to support your children. I'm close to you, Mr. Niner, but not that close. I'm definitely a little bit further from the state. $4,000 regular bond. Of course, don't return to the quality suite.
Gina, good to
And
see
you
you.
shall not possess a firearm while on bond. And then your family have to post a little bit over. How much are her other bonds that she's in on, Mr. Niner?
I'm seeing 2,000 total.
How much?
I'm seeing 2,000 total.
Okay, all right. So this one with the firearm threatening to kill somebody, and damaging the front. So it'll be a $4,000 regular bond to not return to the Quality Inn. If you can go ahead and sign your special conditions for me. As soon as your family posts the bond for you, you can be released.
Quality Inn is a really weird place to attack, right? Like she wasn't staying there, I don't believe. Like she just come into the lobby and raised hell. Just saying. It's kind of weird.
Are you putting the special conditions on both of the cases since they
No.
Being punished.
I'm just doing the one
with the 8?
Damn it, Nightbot.
with the 3 charges.
Maybe.
And everything should look okay. I have everything in there. The other, oh, I'm sorry. Hold on one second. Let me just take the A. It's just a repeat. I'm going to UJR the A case, Ms. Thomas. No special conditions, just UJR that one. So, ma'am, I'm gonna give you an unsecured judicial release on the misdemeanor, because it's kind of related to the same charge of discharging a firearm.
She threatened to kill
So
somebody.
total bond is still $4,000.
Popped off a pew pew in front of the Quality Inn. Tore up some stuff.
And Judge, can you get the breakdown of the other three?
1,000, 2,000, 1,000. I'm sorry.
No, son. I have not.
All right, when she signs, you're excused from court, ma'am, after you sign your special conditions. Tiffany Hollis is the next defendant.
She's signing two, correct, Judge?
No, she's signing for one.
Yeah, she sounds like she's up to no good, man. She really does.
Right, Ms. Hollis, you're before the court under warrant 21W015628. This warrant is outstanding from October 4, 2021. This warrant charges you with aggravated assault with a weapon toward the victim in this case. Let's see, I'm sorry, using your vehicle, striking a victim with the vehicle and then running over her left arm. I show you have 3 cycles, but they're all older from way back when, so
Run
no
over
recent
her
criminal
arm.
history. Ms. Sapp, what's your recommendation? This is outstanding from October 2021.
Your Honor, the state's recommendation will be $20,000 and no contact with the victim. Based on the facts in this case, it appears that the defendant ran the vehicle over the victim and caused serious injuries, which was confirmed by the hospital on multiple parts of the victim's body. So, Your Honor, based on the facts, we will recommend a higher bond and a special condition.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Niner.
Judge. So
good luck, Niner.
At the outset, I will say I was able to speak with Ms. Hollis at length this morning. She does strongly denies allegations, ranging from these are fabrications to just outright lies. This is a personal dispute between someone she is no longer in contact with, someone she has no interest in being in contact with. But she does firmly assert her innocence on these charges. And she is informing me she has varying degrees of evidence ranging from videos and texts and things like that. Lots of stuff I'd like to go over with her in person, out of custody. So that's a big reason why I'm asking for a lower bond in this case, just so I can really do a more thorough investigation into her mitigation. As far as her Ayala factors go, she is a good candidate for bond. She has been in Georgia for the last 30 years. She's been working as a warehouse associate here in the DeKalb County area for the last several months. So she does want to get back to that
warehouse
fairly recent
associate
job she's landed. She does have some serious medical issues. I was actually able to get some documentation of the various medicines she takes. I don't want to risk, sharing too much of her medical information, but she does have some medication she needs to be taking, some really serious blood-related issues.
Damn, that's
that's another big concern for us. And as you pointed out, as everyone has pointed out, she doesn't have a recent criminal history whatsoever. The only
Ran
thing
over
the
the
state
first
provided
person,
to
then
me
hit
that
Stone Cold with
raised
the
any
gun, right?
eyebrows was 27 years ago. So all that being considered, I would ask for a $5,000 bond, given the fact that she does have strong ties here, job to get back to, very old criminal history, and
Very
I do
old,
want to
Your
get into the
Honor.
mitigation with her outside of custody. So $5,000 is our request.
Okay, thank you, Mr.
She
Minor.
hasn't-
Appreciate
she
it.
hasn't
All
run
ma'am,
nobody
based on the
over in
allegations,
20
the
years,
state's
Your Honor.
recommending 20,000. Your attorney's recommending 5. I'm going to grant you a $10,000 regular bond. Absolutely no contact with the victim. Your family will have to pay a little bit over $1,000. Some of the information shows me that you could be a danger to society. So $1,000 regular bond, no contact with the victim. If she could sign the special conditions, please. Whenever you're ready, let me know, and then we'll be able to go to the next case.
I don't know, man. She runs somebody over. These are all lies, Your Honor. Them injuries were already there when she got there. Loudmouth.
All right.
She gotta go pick her up
Mr.
after this from the hospital.
Lucas,
Mr. Lucas.
all right, Mr. Lucas, you're before the court, warrant from 2 days ago, April 26, 2022. One count, the warrant alleges, if you could cover up your face, if you could, please, sir. For COVID reasons. Okay, thank you. You're charged with aggravated assault with a weapon, I think toward your father.
Oh, no.
So, let's see, on you, I
Not
show
your
that you don't
pops.
have any criminal history, just 2 cycles with expired times on both. And so this is an incident with you and your father. And what's the state's recommendation on this case?
Your Honor, the state's recommendation will be $15,000 and no contact with the victim. Just
Sap
based
has
on
been
the fact
losing today, boy.
of no history.
Okay, Mr. Niner?
That's what I was thinking.
Thank you, Judge. Mr. Lucas is a lifelong resident of Georgia. He does live with his mother and father, and his father is the alleged victim in this case. So we would be asking for, if any conditions to be set in place, just for it to be a no violent contact. If that, we're not of the position that there needs to be any condition as to their contact.
He must stay in his room once he gets home.
Very out of his character. That's evident with his criminal history, or lack thereof, I should say. And it's our understanding that Mr. Lucas and his father have never had any sort of incident like this before. We have been able to speak. We have been able.
His dad walked in and turned the
with Mr.
Xbox
Lucas's
off.
Family.
Pissed
The
him
family
off.
is very supportive. They want him to get out, and they understand he may need a little bit of help. We're not sure what that may look like, but we've already spoken with his family. They're going to support him when he gets out.
Letting
They
people
think
slide
he
today.
should come back and to live at home with his family.
I mean,
he is about,
Mr. Niner, you're saying his family. What's his dad saying?
Your Honor, the state was in touch with the father, and sorry, I didn't mean to cut Mr. Niner off.
hold on 1 second.
Yeah,
Your Honor, I can't.
I'm breaking out again.
No, you're not. You're fine.
Your Honor, I can add notes from our victim advocate after Mr. Niner's speech.
Okay,
I'm
go
sorry,
ahead,
Judge.
Mr. I'll come back to you, Ms. Sapp. Go ahead, please.
My internet broke out right as you were asking, what does his dad say?
Yes, that's what I was, well, the state was going to give the information before you, because you're saying the family wants him to come home, but I need to hear what the victim is stating to the victims, the state's victims advocate. Not you.
Shut up. I mean,
Go ahead, Mr. Niner, you can finish. She wanted to present it. Why don't we go ahead and let the
Mr.
state present
Niner.
what she thinks, what she's, information she's received from the victim advocate. All right, go ahead, Ms.
Thank you,
Sapp.
Your Honor. Thank you, Your Honor. And I appreciate that Mr. Niner mentioned earlier about getting the defendant some help. In fact, the victim, in this case, defendant's father, spoke with our victim advocate. He said that he wants contact. However, he wants his son to get alcohol and drugs evaluation and treatment. He feels that his son was under the influence of alcohol and drugs, and he was not himself. He is very concerned and would wish that his son can get some help in that regard.
Okay, is he currently working anywhere
not the
where he has
drugs.
health insurance?
I'm not sure about that information, Your Honor.
Oh, I'm sorry, I meant to Mr. Niner. I apologize. Mr. Niner, do you know if he's working and has health insurance?
Okay,
He is
I'm
not,
in my
Your Honor.
kitchen now. This is a first for me, so hopefully my internet's better here. He is about to start a job. He's about to start as a truck driver. So for a courier company. So right now, no.
About to start a job.
But as I've said,
Good
his
job for
family is
6 months.
supportive, And just reading the warrants alone, you
Hey,
can see,
Steve, what a deal.
You know, the alleged victim, his father, didn't even want 911 to be called in the first place. And we've spoken to his sister mainly, and she's been kind of the liaison for the family. And you just heard Ms. Sapp speak to that as well. So there is not really concerns from the alleged victim here about him being a violent person. He may just need some help. But to answer your question, no, he doesn't have insurance at the moment. He does have a supportive family. He's about to start a job that could be able to give him that. We're asking for a $5,000 bond, Judge, just given his lack of criminal history, his family ties.
He was just sitting in this room
his job
staring
that
at the
he needs to get
walls.
All right, give me 1 second,
He
please.
said, just want a Pepsi, just one damn Pepsi. They wouldn't leave him alone. They just wouldn't leave him alone. He's not crazy. They're the ones that's crazy. Stick him in an institution. Said it was the only solution. Save me from the enemy myself. Hey, he can bring it anytime. Travel on down to North Carolina. That foot rub is ready to go. We'll soak your feet for a little bit first. We'll put some nice oils in there. Get it nice and warm. We'll exfoliate together.
All right,
Beautiful
so
time.
definitely, Mr. Hollis, I mean, I'm concerned about what happened that day between you and your father. It seems like he sustained some very serious injuries. I am going to, because your parents are asking for you to return home. I'm not sure if there's been previous incidents and they just didn't report it, but because they're asking to allow you to return home just to get some, and to help you, I guess, navigate through life, I'm going to go ahead and put a victim, let's see, victim, just make a note.
It's just a regular old
How many
assault.
people live in the home other than you and your mom and your dad?
4.
4, okay, who's there?
7 people live there?
3 nieces and my sister. And my
Wow.
myself and my dad.
Okay. All right, so what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna order you to consume no drugs or alcohol while you're on bond. Do you understand that?
Yes.
All right, you're also to begin the process of obtaining a drug and alcohol evaluation with the DeKalb County Community Service Board. They're on Windway within 72 hours of release. I've given you their phone number. So what I want you to do within 72 hours, you go and you give them a call. You tell them the judge has ordered me to obtain a drug and alcohol evaluation, and you must comply with with whatever they tell you to do with regard to the evaluation. And you shall, let me change. You shall not consume any drugs or alcohol while you're on bond. If you come back before the court, you will be removed from your family's home. Do you understand that?
Yes.
All right, I'm going to allow you to return home since you're fortunate to have family support.
Oh, yeah?
in
I
your
need a
home,
massage.
I'm going to
And
go ahead
I'm very
grant
close to
you
Carolina Beach.
$70,500
Maybe I should
regular
go there.
bond. And again, let me explain something to you. No violent contact is already the law, that you're not permitted to have violent contact with anybody because your dad's asking for you to come home. I'm going to lower the bond from what the state was originally recommended. No violent contact means no yelling, no snatching a phone, no throwing
Pop
a
said I
cup or
gotta
glass,
go to
no
bed.
breaking frames, no punching a hole in the wall, no screaming at your father or mother, anybody in the household.
Go
If you
outside and
have
punch
any
a
acts of
tree.
violence, and you can be arrested again, and then you'll be removed from your family's home. Do you understand that?
Yes.
All right, thank you. All right, special conditions have been signed and saved, $7,500 regular bond, no violent contact with his father, and no alcohol and drugs while on bond. Is
Who
everything
do I
okay for you,
ask
special
for at
conditions, Ms.
Island
Thompson?
Massage, by the way, in Carolina Beach? Is there someone I need to speak
I'm
to
checking,
about
Judge.
Okay, thank
celebrity
you.
rates? 'Cause I need one.
Stay with, one trip.
No trip. He's going back home. The victim's advocate said that dad wants his son back home.
That's a good deal.
It's not a stay away.
Pops told me go to bed. Said past my bedtime. I said, "What the hell, Dad? It's 8:30." He said, "Get to bed, boy."
We're on position 9, correct?
Pissed me off.
That was position 9, yes.
Yes, it says stay away with one trip.
Okay, maybe it didn't save. Let me go back to it.
All the cousins and nephews will be waiting for him when he gets there.
Just give me one moment. Let's
They give him
see.
a real homecoming.
Oh, it's under the wrong person. I'm so sorry. I pulled up this case. Okay, I am so sorry. Okay, let me go back. Let me copy these first. Thank you, Ms. Thomas. I put it under the wrong case number.
I don't know. It really depends on the price.
It is.
I'm cheap.
Copy.
Yeah, I just
This
stay
would
here.
be 22-0. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I see what I did. Okay.
I told you I don't know. Stop asking. Just play. What a great feel-good story of $20 on the side of the road. Who says we don't deliver the good stuff here? Why are we selling cars today? Your sister Katrina is the owner. Well, tell Katrina if she wants a celebrity spokesman for her massage business. This is the face that puts asses on tables. Tables. Tell her hit me up. Focus of Asia is really good. Bob Kraft. Mr. Kraft says it's good. I mean, who am I to argue? Stacy. Wandering in here all late. You've upset the judge. You've upset Miss Sapp. They've fallen deathly silent because of your absence. But I understand you doing stuff. Good afternoon. Good day. Glad to see you. I'm going for good and cheap. Oh. Well. Free. Like, while we blurring out her water, is it
Be right with you.
Free? I hope so. Go right ahead, Steve. Do what you need. Why are we selling a car? As for the crafty, I'm here for the crafty. You know what I mean? Why are you yelling in jail? There's no yelling in jail. Not supposed to yell in jail. I heard Stacy's mom had it going on. They're going to force me to leave for the day. They don't pick up the pace. I do too. He wasn't on today.
Okay, I've put everything in the proper one. If you could look over and make sure everything looks okay before I go on.
This guy's killing me with his car sale.
Oh, nobody didn't sign it yet, Miss Thomas. I'm sorry. Hold on one second. Give me one moment.
Nobody contact the Cobb County CSB within 72 hours.
That's right.
You have right to shut up and don't be so loud in jail.
Okay, everything should be signed and okay now.
Okay.
Thank you.
We're just sitting here having a good time. Judge Kim is on? Is it actually
Right
Judge
now, this
Kim?
is Mr. McTerrell. Can you just give me one moment to pull up the charges?
Metterell. That's bound to be the perfect pronunciation.
All right, in this case, Mr. McTerrell or McTerrell, I'm sure it's Mr. McTerrell, you're under warrant 22W006371. You're charged with theft by shoplifting from Family Dollar, who I did the warrant, but I was surprised that Family Dollar sells cell phones. Anyway, so I showed that you have 28 cycles of criminal history.
Family Dollar cell phone.
Shopliftings in 2012 and 2013, violations of probation 2 times in 2012, then again in 2013, giving a false name, all back then, and then 2016 family violence battery. I usually don't get into misdemeanors, but this is what was presented. And then you currently have pending a possession of firearm by convicted felon, possession of marijuana, and then this charge of felony theft by shoplifting, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I don't know, a lot of phones valued over $500. So
Wow.
with that being said, what's the state's
A
recommendation?
whole lot of
overall?
cheap phones.
Your Honor, the state will recommend $1,000 and do not return to Family Dollar at 4949 Buford Highway. The state does feel that we are recommending a very low bond given the criminal history. Defendant has 28 cycles in Georgia with 1 conviction for burglary and probation violation in Cobb County in 2005. And he has at least 10 cycles for probation violations. So I do feel a certain amount of bond is appropriate in this case.
Okay, Ms. Mateen?
I stole a
Yes,
bunch of
Your Honor,
really
Mr.
cheap ass stuff.
Macro is 35 years old. He
Our business to know why he was in a situation where he felt like he needed to come to himself. Okay? Refrain, I'm expecting you to be wholly candid.
We got a
and
cool
honest
ass
and
picture
open
of
with your
Steve.
mother.
We've all been
If
waiting
she
for.
asks questions, you just better answer the question. That's part of being a kid. If you can't be a kid and be your mother's son and a good son at that, then that's what juvenile detention is for. You understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. And then no contact with this ex of yours, none.
I
No
watched
social
that.
media,
I watched some of that. I was like, what
carrier
the hell?
pigeon, smoke signal, doesn't matter. But there's
The
no reason
Judge
why you need
Kim,
to be
everybody.
associating in any degree with her. Okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
Larry Mitchell's
Thank
got
you, friend.
beautiful red hair down there.
Thanks, Judge. Maybe
Thank
excuse.
you. Yes, thank you, Ms. Lothar. All right,
Thank
Bobby
you, Your Honor.
Thompson. Thank you. Bobby Thompson, I'm going to ask you to stop moving around and stop moving the camera. So you've been doing it throughout the whole last hearing. And so at this point, this is your last warning. It is distracting for everyone.
Bobby Thompson looks like an old
All
grandma.
right, are you Oscar?
Yes, sir.
All right. Over security control, can you re-angle that camera for me, please? So I can see
God,
Oscar's
look how
face
young
clearly?
Oscar is.
Thank you. All right, so, Oscar, you've been here for 10 days. I'm deciding whether to keep you or release you. If I keep you, you'll see a judge every 10 days while you're here. You have the right to remain silent. You have a right to an attorney. Mr. Raymond Daniel has been appointed as your attorney. Raymond, I think I saw you.
Yes, I'm here, Your Honor.
Oh, there we are. Good afternoon. All right, so Oscar, so you're 15. Back in April, you were referred a couple weeks ago. Euless PD was notified of a robbery at South Euless Elementary, met with a victim who said he was contacted by a friend to meet at South Euless to play basketball. When they got there, saw you with your brother and the third unknown person. He said that you and Oscar had Trent and Oscar had an ongoing conflict where Trent's father punched your brother.
Punched your brother.
So
Mm-mm-mm.
when I guess you and Victor came up, y'all asked where Trent was. He said he didn't know. Then he left.
It was a good night of some very good matches last night, for sure. I still wish Sammy would
Trent
have
not showing up. Afraid he's gonna be
won the
chopped.
title, but
I'm right here.
CM Punk versus Hangman's gonna be great. Adam Cole, baby, with the
Right.
was it the
Car
Undisputed
came
Elite?
up. Driver of the vehicle had ski mask on. Another passenger in the back seat asked about a backpack. Said he has
Oh, it
chips,
always is.
Rice Krispie treats, and a football. And the white male said, "I'm going to need that." Grabbed the backpack. And said he'd take the backpack and the snacks, but you want to keep the football. So the white male produced a green and brown gun, demanded that he surrender the backpack. A light-skinned black male in the front passenger seat also produced a black handgun. Vehicle drove off while Jaden was holding onto his backpack. So they hit his arms and made him let go.
This
Trent
little kid did all
also
that?
said similar vehicle with one person with a ski mask approached him at the school, chased him, but he fled on foot.
Badass kids.
Yep, got a license plate for the vehicle. Police looking for it. Vehicle identified. Field lineup. And
You should. I mean, it's ridiculous the stuff that these kids are getting into, and I have no idea why. Just
right,
badass
the
kids.
male with a gun was identified as Aaron. And, stories were confirmed that you were the other suspect with a gun during the incident.
I guess so. They're having way too much fun.
So, Rojas, are you here?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay,
That's
so I
him.
see that we were asking for a drug test and he did not want to supply a sample. Did the parents request one?
No, I believe that was automatically done by the detention.
Okay.
You're right. G-Pod does look like this kid.
$2 cash.
Does mom speak English?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so mom, do we know where the gun came from?
No, sir. And when I spoke to him, he said he didn't know the driver or the person in the front seat.
All right, that gives me a lot of concern. He's rolling around allegedly participating in aggravated robberies. He's also brandishing a firearm with somebody else with a firearm.
Can't deny that, Steve.
I just don't know what's going on. I mean, this is one of those that's so far over the top. We're talking about a quarter inch, a trigger pull between this being an aggravated robbery and a capital murder. So I think there's a lot going on in your son's life that I'm not comfortable releasing him just because of the severity of the offense, especially the fact that the firearm was used. All right, so I'm going to continue to detain you, Oscar. All right, I see your level of outstanding. Please keep it up, but you got to do a lot to convince me. All right, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Christopher.
Ridiculous. That sucks.
Hey, Christopher?
Yes, sir.
All right, I'm Judge Kim. This is a detention hearing. You've been here for 10 days, so I'm deciding whether to keep you in custody or to release you. If I keep you, you must see a judge every 10 days while you're in custody. You have the right to remain silent. You have a right to an attorney. Mr. Shaw has been appointed as your attorney. Brad, are you here?
I'm here.
There we are. Hello, Brad.
Brad.
Good to see you again.
He doesn't like Brad. Don't let him lie to you.
Well, Christopher.
That was a jab. He's like, good to see you.
On felony probation.
I haven't seen her a couple days. She must be on vacation or something. It's a busy time over here in juvenile court.
So police responded about a victim being shot in the head. Crime scene.
I can hear it in my head now.
Let's see. Items with blood on them. And
blood. That lady's just a biting that fingernail. Look at her.
Car, smell of weed.
Oh, what's this
marijuana
lady
residue.
doing? This lady is just a biting her fingernails. What are we doing? Stop! That's so gross.
So I'm going to ask Ms. Montalongo.
I'm covering for her, Your Honor.
Can y'all, just because of how many pages this arrest warrant affidavit is, could y'all summarize this? I mean, this is sufficient, but it just really slows things down when I'm dealing with 15, 16 pages.
I understand. And he is not mentioned until about page 7. And he's
Oh,
mentioned. the nickname of Chubb.
I have it.
That's where it starts with him.
Thank you.
I mean, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. Keep mom happy. Shave him off, put him in a bag when you get back home. Cool him back home. Problem solved.
Stephanie, is this day 9 or day 10 for him? You know? Are we right at 10? No, since the last hearing.
Why is she biting them fingernails? It's driving me crazy. Judge, can you say something to her, please?
Yes, what?
As soon as we're done hearing this case, guys, I'm gonna bounce. So I get. Is she chewing them fingernails now?
Who did the original extension hearing?
Judge Porter.
I can be chewing
All
gum
right,
after
so
she
Christopher,
puts
this is
your
the first time I'm looking at it. We have 15 pages.
Do you have a pew-pew?
It's not summarized, so give me time to look at this. This is going to take a while.
Judge, may I?
Yes?
I've read it. I can try to walk you through it. There's several involved parties, if that would help the court at all.
No, because that may turn it adversarial, because they'll give Mr. Shaw a chance. I mean, that's a bad thing for him that he has the chance, but I want to give him the equal opportunity. So, all right. What?
You gonna read it all?
But I just,
Come on, man.
All right, so Tarrant County deputy stopped a vehicle, had a fresh bullet hole. So this trolley officer walked over, found a Nissan Rogue with a fresh bullet hole in the driver's door.
Oh, nice car.
Vehicle had the windows rolled down, identified
It's
marijuana,
classic.
the odor of marijuana.
I'm selling this. Who wants to buy it right now? $500. The
So,
original.
We went to the marked unit where the driver's in. The police officer identified himself.
Creed's back home, but he's sick. He claims he'll try and be on today for We Got to Chase.
So
But he says for sure he'll be on tomorrow. So we'll see. A fresh bullet hole, you just put your nose up against it.
He said his ID was in the car. Police got a search warrant, went to the car. Because there was a fresh bullet hole. He thought was involved in a homicide shooting. The police asked again if he wants to talk. He said yes for the time being. Never affirmatively invoked his right to an attorney.
Right? It's a deal. It's a top.
The driver admitted that he was proximate to the murder.
Ooh. Well,
Driver said he was with his friend, Jeremiah.
Murder.
There's a female in the car. Well, this is brutal, Miss Cook.
I agree, Your Honor. Would you like me to tell you the summary that we've done in previous detention hearings?
There was a summary in the previous one.
Yes, Your Honor.
Why don't you give me that
I
then?
wish I would attach that to this one. Please tell me.
Okay, so according to the police report, the incident took place on January 19th around 2100. Officers responded to a shooting call. The victim was taken to JPS where he was pronounced dead. In the course of the investigation, the detectives were able to confirm that the victim had agreed to meet two individuals to sell a gun. Throughout the investigation, detectives interviewed several witnesses multiple times and used phone warrants to collect information from the phones. The detectives were able to confirm the phone conversations between Christopher and his companion, the victim, and the witness. Detectives were also able to identify Christopher's identity by a witness and a photo lineup that was provided by the detention center based on his street name of Chubbs and the dates that he was previously in detention. Detectives also confirmed Christopher's companion's identity. The report stated that according to a witness that was in the same vehicle in the passenger seat next to the victim, advised that the companion attempted to take the gun away from the victim when shots were fired. The witness stated to detectives that the companion fired the victim. Other witnesses also advised that they saw both the companion and Christopher shoot at the vehicle several times when the victim was sitting. Christopher also made a statement to the detective with his mother's permission and presence that he was at the victim's location and had looked away for a second and then heard the shots, then started shooting at the vehicle and ran away from the vehicle. According to the investigation, it was determined that no shots were fired from the inside of the vehicle and that all bullets came from the outside. It's found that the companion and Christopher did intentionally knowingly cause the death of the victim.
Damn.
Time of a robbery that was going on.
Done, son. Hang it up.
Wait, where did the robbery come in?
The taking of the guns.
Okay. All right. Well,
Well,
the reason why I have deep concern about children with guns. So Christopher, I think there's probable cause for the offense of capital murder, and that you're level 2. I mean, just how serious the offense is, and you're only showing me by your behavior level that you don't deserve to get out. So I feel like you're a danger to yourself as well as to the community. I think it's more appropriate for you to continue to stay in detention. Thank you, Christopher. Victor.
that dude's that's a big fella. All right, guys. Much as I love you all, I gotta get ready for the next show. We got Chase Foreplay Thursday coming at you. 4 chases from various places will be on the bill. Hopefully everybody will be there for that.
What'd you say?
I said hopefully everyone will be there for that. We're excited. And yeah, maybe Creed will show up. Anything's possible.
You can't handle the truth.
I'm trying my best. I'm doing the best I can here, for goodness sake. All right, guys. That's it. Until next time. If you haven't already liked this video, please like. If you haven't followed us on Facebook, follow us. Share it. Yeah, and like I was just about to say, until next time.
Too sweet.
Please remember.
These biscuits. Hey!